Hello, everybody. My name is Brendan Willis, and this is my senior project, the Freight Operations Management System, or FOMS. Once again, this is a solo project, and my GitHub the link for it is pasted right here, and there's a lot more in it today. Whether or not it's useful is another matter, but here's to hoping that it gets better. There's been lots of debugging and frustration involved, we'll say. As for my weekly status report, I believe I am currently on track. I've spent some 12 hours and sorry, geez. So far, I've spent around 35 hours, and estimated time of completion is 72 hours. As for last week's accomplishments, I was able to complete the initial requirements document, and I chose to set up my technology stack, the Next.js and Prisma, as well as the SQL that is escaping me currently. I can't believe I forgot to put that in there. I apologize. Um, the sped talks for today, I watched an insightful video about Firebase and how it was used, and I like how how the local data persists, and by that what I mean is to say not having to worry about losing data is is pretty nice. I've had personal experiences where I've lost data and have never been able to get it back, and I have to say I I'm a fan of Firebase. That's all there is to say. Um, as for questions and blockers this week, getting to my workspace, excuse me, getting my workspace properly set up is just it's a pain in the butt. There always seems to be something wrong. There's always a bigger problem. And getting my API to work properly it's been throwing a lot of errors at me. And so that leads me to my question for my instructor, and that is, what to do oh my gosh, I can't read. What do you find is the best way to tackle a bug or other code-related issues when they constantly persist despite your efforts? Um, I am currently dealing with some, I don't want to say unique problems, but certainly ones never seen before. They make me consider changing everything I know currently about, well, not everything, I should say, but changing a big part of what I had already decided. That was just styling and such. It's not terribly important, I guess, but it is I'm making a big deal out of it. Excuse me. All right. Well, as for oh, excuse me. Here we go. I'm going to show a little demo of my database running and attempt to show off an API, my API bring up a site to show off. It doesn't seem to be working yet, but I will get it working. I apologize. I'm having hiccups at the moment. Okay, so first off, I want to show off my Prisma. Here we go. It's going to pull open a site, and it is over here. So here we have so far my database showing the roles, passwords, emails, whatever else information is needed for my admin, shipper, and driver. Um, Another thing I can show you is my API failing to run. So I will open this link here. Unfortunately, it will not give me anything. It will just constantly load and persist and do nothing. And I'll get constant errors thrown at me, like this right here. I need to turn it off quickly so it doesn't overload. But this is what I have to deal with. It's a tad annoying. Um, but other things I could show off here. Let's see here. I made a bit of a mess. Here's my schema. Um, as well as the seed for my Prisma. This will populate my database with test data. Let's see, what else can I show off? Let's go to my let's show off one of my roles. It was in my where did I have that? Okay. It was already open, that's why. So here's my admin. Here I will, this is a role, a very special role, and it should when I get it working, display the admin dashboard, only visible to authenticated admin users, of course. Um, it is a bit of a work in progress. Another thing I could show you is my shipments route. Here, it will handle the shipment creation API endpoints and will save new shipments created by shippers. That is, yeah, that is that. Let's see. Oh, my, here we go. This is what's been throwing me errors lately. I'm using Tailwind. It was recommended to me, but now I'm starting to think that it was a bit of a mistake. As we can see right here, it is the seems to be the root of my problem, so I'll get that figured out eventually. Um, let's see, is there anything else? No, not really. A lot of these are empty at the moment, but I'm laying out the groundwork. Oh, the shipper. Oh yeah, the create form. Yep. Okay. Well, yeah, that is what I have for now, and I'll for sure have more later. But thank you all for joining me and watching my video about this week's 5 status report. Have a good one and stay warm in these wintry times.